Hey there, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with a video on the Highway Z-Lot 30s. The reason I came out with this video now is because KIXEYE has increased the difficulty on the Highway Z-Lot 60s significantly. So they've already locked out some players by raising the difficulty on the 60s once, and now they've really raised the bar on the 60s, so they're really going to lock out a lot more players. I'll go into that a little bit more later. I bring in a Sheila platoon, and with my Sheila platoon, I also have 4 javelins. Now, there's a couple of ways to do this. You don't take too much damage with your commando if you've got 550 range here, but a better strategy is to bring the Titan in and distract the towers before you go forward and take a shot from the snipers that are in the towers, because the snipers in the towers do outrange your commando that has a 550 range if it's a max level. So you can avoid a few seconds damage by just simply distracting with the Titan, and that's what I recommend. All the towers, just distract with the Titan. I didn't do that in this video. I've got a couple of different strategies for doing this, and in this case I just kind of like went full forward barrel with my Sheila platoon, and was taking out the lead operators with my Sheila platoon and taking out the towers with my Sheila platoon, and I really wasn't using my other tools effectively here. Your Cyclones can take out the lead operators quickly, and but on my Sheila platoon I have the Buritz rifle at max level, and that will stun all special forces. So that's one of the coolest things that they've come out with, is the Buritz rifle, and it only stuns at max level. It doesn't do it at level 1 and level 2. So and as you'll see here, I'll just use Sheila, but I right here typically just use my Cyclones. This was a little bit different on this video. It's not my best video for the HZ60s, but it's the only video I have available. My other computer is in another location, and the way Easy Video works is you can't, that I know of, transfer files. So I wasn't going to post this video until I realized that they had seriously increased the difficulty on the HZ60s, which, you know, if you don't mind my rant, the longer you play War Commander, the stronger you get, the easier things should become. You should be rewarded for playing for many years and many hours and upgrading everything, but instead you're essentially punished, and it's one of the big complaints that I have with War Commander. The longer you play, the more difficult, the more costly it becomes. And I can understand raising the bar to, you know, a certain degree, but they just make it nearly impossible for lower level players to get the things that they need, and they just keep raising the bar and essentially just doing away with their customers. And so I really don't understand it, but I think it's a very poor business model, and I think it's a very poor thing to do to the players who are your hundreds of millions of dollars worth of income. But I hope this video helps you guys, because I know that many of you are going to be locked out from doing the 60s now, and fortunately you are getting a few more medals from player versus player, so I do highly recommend, you know, you getting that done, and get as much infamy as you can, and try to get you know, as close to the most medals as that you can get, because with the cost of everything, I've been saying this for a long time, you know, with 24,000 and 28,000 medals required to get the text that you need, and then the short amount of time that they give them to you, and then they make them last chance. It's ridiculous. It's just totally ridiculous. They set it so high that only the higher players can get it, and only the higher players can get it if they really, really push to get them. They don't make it easy for anybody.